Hi, this is Chico Resch. You are listening to the Let's Go Devils podcast on the Primetime Radio Network.
Happy Devils Tuesday. This is Devils After Dark. Oh, wait, I didn't change the graphic. It's Devils Therapy After Dark.
Well, not too
not
bad
really.
today. Not too bad today.
Not too bad. I'm your host, Sam Wu, here with Scotty of SiriusXM Liquid Metal, streaming live on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, Twitter Live, and Twitch on the Primetime Radio Network. Devils' valiant effort against the Boston Bruins today just fall short. We're going to talk about goaltenders. We're going to talk about bruises. We're going to talk about trolling, all that good stuff, Scotty. Let's go to the patient, damn it, Devils recapping the game that was.
Yeah, kind of a downer, but you know what? The Devils didn't play that bad, really, throughout this game. That they lost 5-3 to the big bad Boston Bruins. We can't ring them hell's bells. And, I mean, really, today, the old Blackwood wall came tumbling down. I think that was really the issue. Kind of had a poor game from Mac Black. But other than that, Devils didn't play too bad. Let's go over it because there was a lot to talk about right off the bat. Some big player transaction news going on today. We were all shocked. Thank you, Sam Wu, for coming on and doing a little Wu report. Some breaking news going on before Game Day Live, where we had Devils own and the Let's Go Devils podcast own Chico Resch on, who was, confirming some of the injury reports that were coming because they were just reports. We also got confirmations during the game from Kanji and Dano as well about our captain, Nico Hischier. We were all worried after he blocked that shot. Does he have a hairline fracture? Does he have something going on there? It was probably pretty obvious once he got that skate boot off that the foot probably swolled up to the size of Texas. I believe that was actually the prognosis on that, Sam Wu. Swollen
Really?
to the size of Texas. Yes.
Your sources, Scotty? Your sources?
Yes. They said
mine
it went
said
all
Arkansas, but I'm not sure.
Arkansas. Okay. All right. Just wanted to make sure. But we know that, if you've ever played hockey before or something like that, you get hit, or even just anything in general. Once you get that equipment off, any kind of sports injury, the swelling's going to come after that. So Nico went for the x-ray. Good news, everybody. X-ray came back negative. As Kanji and Dano said on the broadcast, and Chico right here on old Game Day Live, looks like he'll be back at practice, which is nice. We'll see if he's in a non-contact sort of form, but if the x-rays are negative and there's not one of those crazy hairline fractures, or something like that in there, I think it's hopefully just a really bad bruise, and we'll get the captain back, maybe missing a game or two. We'll see how that goes. Now, other than that, Dougie Hamilton, going to be down for a little while, broken jaw, just like we saw. And what is with the friggin' pucks to the face? Didn't Siegenthaler get one the other day, and now Janssen got one today. Mercer got one today. Enough with the pucks to the face. No more pucks to the face, please, at least for a little while, all right? Can we just miss and go off to the side, over the shoulder or something like that? That was a close one. Too many pucks to the face. But anyway, Dougie Hamilton is undergoing surgery for the broken jaw. We'll see how long he stayed back tomorrow. Okay, thank you, Samuel. I wasn't sure if he was doing it tonight or tomorrow. So tomorrow. And we'll see how long he does stay out for. How these things go. He's probably going to have a nasty headache for a while, but I think Dougie will be back sooner than later. And then on the COVID protocol is Igor Sharangovich, which, very disheartening because we've been talking about Yanni Kuokkanen and Igor Sharangovich getting jump-started in their season, and Igor was on a nice point streak. It seemed like that chemistry with Jack Hughes and now Jesper Bratt over there was really starting to flourish, but Igor Sharangovich on COVID protocols, Jimmy Vesey still on COVID protocols, and now also, I believe, Pavel Zacha I thought I was hearing that it might not be COVID related, it might just be an illness. They're not sure, but either way, he didn't play today. So some lineup changes going in there. Mason Gearston. Now, listen, if we're playing Mason Gearston at forward, it's one of two things. We got someone we need to intimidate on the other side, or, we're really shorthanded because we know Mason is better suited at his natural position of playing defense. But Mason was up there on the fourth line today because, well, we were a little shorthanded. And Alexander Holtz came back up to the big club. Jesper Boquist moved down to the fourth line as Thomas Tatar came back and now was penciled in with Jesper Bratt and Jack Hughes. Dawson Mercer then moves up to the second line with Kuokkanen and Andreas, don't call me Andre Janssen, who got a bloody lip today. He was spitting chiclets and spitting blood all over the place today, talking trash out there on the ice. Old Andreas Janssen. And then on the third line, we saw McLeod centering Studenich and Nathan Bastian, which leads us to our first goal of the game. Open it up by the Devils. They were skating well. Oh, wait. Did the Devils score well? Who scored first? No, I'm sorry. The Bruins scored first. The bad turnover from Ty Smith. Excuse me, I got ahead of myself. I jumped my segues there, Sam Wu.
It's okay.
Terrible. I'm
all
terrible,
right.
terrible podcaster. But actually, something we have also talked about, Ty Smith and his struggles in this sophomore year. Had another not so good game. Getting beat on this goal and then the Pasternak goal later on in the third period, later on in the game. So, and this, yeah, really a drop pass to nobody, turned the puck over to Lazar, who just skated right into the zone uncontested and whipped a shot on net. And it was right there that we kind of saw that Mackenzie Blackwood was going to have a bad day, because that was one the goaltender might like to have back. It was not a good one to give up unassisted to kick off the game. 2:53 into the first. However, you start thinking, oh boy, here goes the Devils, classic Devils. But they played pretty well, I got to say. Janssen took the pucks to the face. Mercer and Kuokkanen started to get going. The Devils seemed to be skating pretty well. Second period right off the bat is where our boy, the big dog, Nathan Bastian, made his presence felt. Boston trying to move the puck along the blue line. A nice cross-ice pass. Nathan Bastian got a great poke stick right on it. Knocks the puck free right into the center ice, and he is skating away for a breakaway. And Nathan Bastian puts home his fifth of the year, coming up unassisted there, 57 seconds into the second period. And you started feeling really, really good right there. That was a sweet play. We've seen a lot from Nathan Bastian coming back, and you had a good feeling about the Devils. But then, classic Devils struck. Oh, just a few minutes later, and I'm glad they clarified this because I had a lot written down here, Sam Wu. Here's one that I don't know. I'm sure it's happened before, but I can't remember the last time I saw it. Scramble in front of the net, and the puck bounces up onto the back of the goal. Okay, and now the rule is, because they said it, Kanji and Dano got the, they got the call and they got the information for us there. And the rule is, if the puck is up on top of the goal, it can be played for up to 3 seconds. So if it's up there for longer than 3 seconds, then whistle needs to be blown. Yes, Sam Wu?
Not to interrupt you, but I was also thinking as well, the last Bruins player to touch the puck.
I'm going to get to
is
this.
That above Oh, okay. Go ahead. Don't let me interrupt you. Go ahead.
What I was no, you got an even better idea here. So what Sam Wu was going to say, because I get it, I can see now the 3 second rule. I think the puck was in motion. I don't think it was stopped for 3 seconds. So that's a tough one, and I have to take it. However, what I noticed was that Steen, who got credit for the goal, stuck his stick into the net and like played the puck up that way. Wouldn't he have to play it on the outside of the goal? Like he stuck his stick in and shot it up. I didn't know if that was legal. Now you're telling me also, because he did do that, the stick went higher, is that above the crossbar? Which would then technically be a high stick and a disallowed goal. Either way, shocking. It didn't go the Devil's way. If there was anything with the rest, we knew it wasn't going to go the Devil's way. I was surprised, like they were probably offsides too, and they missed it somehow. So, but it's a goal for Steen. I think that's his first NHL goal, right there. Kind of a doozy. You know, I don't know if we could really blame Blackwood on that one. I think even Dano said, you know, that I'm not even sure what the rule is on that. That's why they had to go and look it up. So very odd one that you don't see very often, puts the Devils back down. However, what's a theme that we have been seeing earlier in the season, and it's starting to show its beautiful face once again. The theme of the comeback kids. That's right. And what else? Keeping it simple. Next goal for the Devils. You got your big offensive threat, Jack Hughes, coming down the boards on the wing, carries the puck deep into the zone to right around the goal line. And what does he do? Very easy. Just a backhand. It wasn't a very hard shot, just a backhand shot, getting the puck on net. Omar gives up a rebound, and who's right there? Not only Thomas Tatar, who put it home, but Jesper Bratt as well. Getting in the lanes. Pucks to the net. Get in the lanes. Good things will happen. Keep it simple. That's what the Devils did, and Thomas Tatar came out with a ball of energy, I got to say. Thomas Tatar, I've been a little critical of, I got to say, over the course of the season today. And I've seen recently on his social media, he's a pretty good follow as well. But he was very excited to get out there, and it showed. He had an extra jump in his step. He was ready to be back with the boys. Tatar, though, gets his 7th from Hughes, from Jesper Bratt. By the way, congratulations to Jesper Bratt, who I think you got to say is the most consistent Devil all season long here. First one to hit the 30-point mark for the team. That's his 21st assist on the season. That goal from Tatar, his 7th. Jack Hughes getting in there as well. Now we know. I just want to
point out on that play, that sequence, everything that we've been talking about, that 3-game winning streak was done. Put the puck on net. Don't wait for the perfect shot. You had Jesper Bratt screening the goaltender while Tatar was looking for the rebound. Go to the replay. It was all Jesper Bratt on that play in terms of distracting the goaltender. Just wanted to make that point out there because those little things are starting to add up. And Ryan Huttner made a great point. If you wanted some positives here, 19 goals in 4 games. 19 goals.
There's a ton of positives here. No, there really is. Yeah. There's a ton of positives in this game. It really just comes down to Mac Black had a bad game. That's really what it is. Mac Black, not trying to put it on. I'm not trying to hang him out to dry here. But let's face it, he had a bad game tonight. And it's going to happen. You know, and every goalie can't be, you know, Marty Brodeur every single night. Even Marty had bad nights here and there. It was just you could tell from the get-go, it was just a bad night for Mackenzie Blackwood. And we saw that more Mac Black's next Homer Simpson moment there. We know he had one the other night where he just decided to give the puck away to who was it? Was it the Oilers that he had that? Who was it that he had the? I guess the Capitals, right?
Capitals,
that,
just game time goal.
Here you go, Eller. Yeah, go ahead. There you go. Nice. Yeah. So we had kind of a similar thing happen today, didn't we, Sam Wu?
Yeah.
Mac Black with the Homer Simpson moment.
I'll go more into Mac Black after the unhappy Devils recap, but I've noticed some stuff, but we'll get to that later.
So you see an easy backhand kind of lob shot like that going in the net, and you really, really don't expect it to deflect on in. Yeah, that was a doozy right there, and that's one where you're like, oh man, is that gonna be the backbreaker right there? But I gotta say, the Devils still continue to play well and support their goaltender with pushing the puck into the Boston zone. Now, Boston came at him tonight. They played very well. It was a great challenge for the Devils to beat all these guys down. So many new faces in the lineup. To perform this way, I think they did great. And in the third period, Damon Severson took a penalty, and it was a little bit worrisome because you can just smell Boston, looking for that knife, that dagger, the nail in the coffin, up 3-2 early in the third on the power play. But once again, Devils penalty kill done a really good job shutting them down. And when you know it, Sam Wu's favorite player in the world, Damon, don't call me butt puck Severson, was getting out of the penalty box at just the most fortunate of times. And Beer Baron's favorite player, Mikey McLeod, made the old Eli Manning, David Tyree pass down the middle, like hoping the helmet catch, because literally Severson almost caught that puck on his stick. If you watch that pass again, it was pretty amazing. And Severson, we have seen in some of these shootouts, and he's got a nifty little move. And he was all alone for a breakaway, and Damon put it home for his fifth of the season. The comeback kids once again. That's what we like to see. That is what made me happy about this game. Those moments right there, the Devils went down twice, right? 3 times in this game. 3 times they were down to the big bad Boston Bruins, and they came back to tie the score up each time. Okay, got away from them at the end, but we've been talking here about Mackenzie Blackwood having a bad game. But that goal from Severson made me feel really well. Again, what did we talk about in Devils After Dark and everywhere else here in the Let's Go Devils? No sleepwalking. They sleptwalked through those 4 weeks. And now they're out there. They're hustling. They're playing. And, there was a lot of substitutions in the lineup tonight, but seemed like they still had that hustle aspect going on. I don't know about you, Sam Wu, but looked like the boys came ready to play, even with a somewhat depleted lineup. So I was happy with that. That Severson goal made me ecstatic. His 5th, what a beaut right there. McLeod, his 7th assist. Nice to see Mikey McLeod putting up some points. As a center down there on the 4th line, you never expect much from your 4th line, but you get these guys starting to chip in and put some points on the board too. It's really, really nice. Bastian, you see there, working on the power play, but also chipping in some goals like he did in the second period. Now we know what happened here for the remainder of the game. Boston did end up winning. There was a bad goal from Carlo there at the end, but the more important one was the Pasternak goal, which put them back up 4-3. And what's troubling to me about it is this one, not that Mac Black got beat, because he made the initial save and then Pasternak kind of roofed one on him, and it's friggin' David Pasternak. I mean, he's he's one of the best players in the NHL. What really bothered me was Ty Smith just getting completely schooled there. And I mean, he left the front of the net wide open. He thought Pasta was going to go behind the net, and Pasta just juked him, and that was it. And for some reason, Ty Smith fully committed to behind the net instead of, just with the stick. And that way you remain in front of the net. That was bad, because it left Pasta wide open to be able to turn, to cut in front, get into the slot, turn, shoot, and then his own rebound just bounced right back out to him. So, man, Ty, I don't know what's going on, but oof, oof, oof. It's been rough goings with Ty Smith. He's had a rough sophomore campaign here. We'd really like to see him clean that up. Anyway, we know about the Carlo goal. Then at the end, Jack Hughes got his stick knocked away from him. Puck doesn't come out. A little trickler floater from the blue line, comes in and gets through Mac Black's legs. 3 stars of the game, all from the Bruins: Pasternak, Lazar, and Steen, who that was his first NHL goal. Face-offs, even here. See, without Nico, all of a sudden, Boston 64%, the Devils 35%. Not good. Power plays, we were 0 for 1, but Boston was 0 for 1. So the PK, again, did a really good job. Hits 25-29. We were throwing some body out there, which was nice. 13 blocks. Always like seeing that. The 15 giveaways, not too happy with that. However, the 11 takeaways were very nice. Jack Hughes did well. Not a high shot total tonight. We've been getting near up in that 40 range for the past couple games, but tonight only 26. 6, 11, 9. And for the Bruins, 10, 15, 9 for a total of 34. So we knew they were going to win everyone. I got to say, for at least maybe up to like the last, 90, 80 seconds of the game, I thought the Devils were out there hustling and playing well and generating offense and playing their game plan. They did. I felt like they were trying to make a couple of extra home run passes, as we've noticed a little bit earlier in the season tonight. And that's true. We just talk about, was it 15 giveaways as well? So you did see a little bit of that passing being off tonight. Want to clean that up. Another important stat saw on the broadcast, got to give a hat tip to, I think this was Bryce Salvador, noting about the Devils 7th in the league in defensive scoring. And we've been talking about that recently, Sam. We were going over with Dougie Hamilton, keeping it simple. We talked about PK getting his shot on net, that he wasn't there in the beginning of the season. We talked about Jonas Siegenthaler as well, Damon Severson. I didn't know that they were that high in the league, but 7th in the NHL in defensive point scores. So Sam Wu, kind of a tough game, but what say you about this? I saw a lot of positives here. It always sucks. We don't want to talk about the moral victories. It always sucks when you get the L, but overall, I don't think they played an awful game or anything like that. Just seemed like a couple players had some bad ones, and a couple mistakes were taken advantage by a crafty, cagey, veteran, solid, great NHL team. I mean, hey, Bruins they're real good.
Yeah, again, we don't do the moral victories here on this podcast. We tell it how it is. I was engaged throughout the entire game. I was not, we talked about when the Devils are sleepwalking, I'm taking a nap as well because it becomes boring and unwatchable hockey. You watch this game for nearly 60 minutes. The first thing we wanted, 60 minutes of hockey. No excuses. They were in this game the entire game up until the end. Mackenzie Blackwood did not have a great game. Let's not.
He did not.
He did not.
He got beat around the bush. He didn't have a good game. It happens.
I'm wondering right now, Scotty, if Fitzgerald will go out and make a trade for a goaltender. Because that's now,
big news. I mean, we're 0 for 2. We're not good. We're not good right now with the old veteran goaltending signings.
For a very long time. Okay, he's out. He just had surgery. He's out for a very long time, probably a chronic issue. Mackenzie Blackwood, when I'm not a goaltender, never played the position playing hockey, but when I'm looking at him going side to side, I'm wondering if that heel is bothering him, because he seems like he's laboring going post to post on some of those sequences.
It seems to me, I don't know if you or anyone on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, Twitter Live, sorry I forgot to say hello before. I was ranting and raving there for a while. Hello to everybody. I see the comments coming in on Facebook, YouTube Live, Twitter Live. Hit us up. Tell us what you think of this game over here. But you know what I've noticed, Sam Wu, is a lot of times when he goes post to post that he knocks the post off the off the little
the
mooring
pegs.
there. Yeah.
Yeah, the pegs.
Yeah, with the pegs. And I don't know if he's really slamming in there, like he doesn't have that much control over his body, or he's going way too hard, but I've noticed it a lot with him.
And hugging the post, he never had a problem with that a couple years ago, watching him. Hugging the post, either he got into bad habits, again, I wish we should have had Shorts guy come on. Or, is that heel he's not strong enough and he's just bulldogging it. So I'm going to refrain from saying Mackenzie Blackwood sucks.
No, we're not saying he sucks. He just said he had a bad
I'm
game
just reading
tonight.
the comments that Mackenzie Blackwood sucks.
Well.
Yeah. I'm being reasonable here and saying the guy is playing hurt, and there's certain things I'm looking at that it's showing. A couple of those goals he got beaten on. I mean, the one that was above the net. Yeah.
Oh, the above the net one is
I don't even count that one. Yeah. I mean, that's just
that one. I don't count. The pasta one was tough because of but the other three. That first one from Lazar, the what was the backhander? Who was that? I think Frederick was the backhander one. And the last one from Carlo, a little like doink there from the from the point from the blue line. Those weren't good. I don't know, man. They need to go out and shore up some of this goaltending, because you remember last year, we did have some good positive things, but we always talked about our goaltending was atrocious at times. Let's not forget the old Rangers hate week where we were down 3-0, every game going into like 2 minutes into the first. It's like, what just happened? What are they replaying the game from the other night? This is new again? Like,
yeah.
So they got to shore up. That's one thing that Fitzy seems to have been having a problem with, is shoring up that backup supplemental goaltending there. We lost Wedgwood, which, okay, Wedgwood did what he could for us last year, but we really thought bringing in Bernier would have changed things after the Corey Crawford, experiment there that just didn't work out. So where can they go and find some backup goaltending? Marty's right now going down to the pond, like just stretching and warming up. He's like, maybe I can get to 800.
Yeah. Well, first off, I think Schmid needs to go down to the eggshell. I don't want to see goaltenders, not these young goaltenders, him and Nico Dawes not playing. I don't think. I think it's a detriment to their growth. I also think that the Devils should not go after a backup goal. I'm thinking they should go after a starter, because I just don't think Mackenzie Blackwood is up to par, given his physical health. He can't play that many games right now. He's just playing one after the other. He's more effective when he has a lessened workload. He takes a break, for the that Christmas break, the extended break, comes back, gets a good victory, but still, he's not that sharp. But I honestly think the Devils need to get a good starting goaltender right now if they want to salvage the season and also keep with the growth. But I wouldn't trade, give up the farm for a goaltender for just to finish out this year with Mackenzie Blackwood. But right now, it's just, I just don't think it's good for Mackenzie Blackwood to be playing
too many games in a row like this. Yeah. He needs some time off. We need to get someone in there. And you're right, but yeah, if we go out and get a goaltender like that, I mean, that's a big deal. That's a lot of capital we're going to move here. I just want to shout out Steve Tartaz. He thought the post knock was by design. Ramona is not a Blackwood fan right now. Wyatt, he didn't see the Carlo goal till it was past him, that's not good. That's not good. He had a bad game. Listen, that's what it was when it comes down to it. But like Sam Wu was just saying here, it's kind of like we need to protect. We can't hang out Akira Schmid and Nico Dawes to dry too. If they're not ready for the NHL level, they're going to get shellacked. So
yeah,
it's tough. I wish, I don't know. I gotta browse through maybe some veteran NHL goalies, see where they are right now around the league. Is there anyone? Damn, Ben Bishop just retired, didn't he? Let's call him Ben Bishop. And see who wants to go back. I don't know. I gotta look. I feel like someone else just got put through waivers or something like that. If I'm not mistaken.
I'm gonna be
check the old. We'll have to check out some of the old the rap sheets and see who's out there and who might be available for a trade. And it's tough. I mean, it's where the team has really struggled mightily. We've seen improvements elsewhere, but that goaltending is still. We really thought it was.
I mean, from the Dallas Stars. I mean, he led them to the Stanley Cup Finals in the bubble.
Holtby.
Yeah,
we gotta look because we need something. These guys aren't gonna play the way they used to, but to be able to give Mackenzie Blackwood a mental and physical break in there, I think it's like Sam Wu. It said it showed tonight that he needed it. The first couple games he was on fire, and tonight it just looked like he couldn't get his head into the game there. He struggled.
Yeah, he struggled. He battled. He lost. On to the next game, because the next two games are just extremely important, because these Metropolitan Division games, the Columbus Blue Jackets coming to Prudential Center this Thursday, and then they play them on Saturday.
And then they play them on Saturday. Yeah. Well, they got a good shot here to hopefully maybe get the captain back. We'll see what happens with Nico tomorrow at practice. I'm sure we'll all be, anxiously awaiting the old Wu report when it comes out and let us know what's going on. Maybe Nick Villano will have some updates on the State of the Fan address when he's live tomorrow night, like he is every Wednesday night on the old Primetime Radio Network here, Let's Go Devils podcast. And then, we'll see what's going on. Maybe we'll get some. I try. I don't work in radio or anything like that. Give me some things to read, Sam Wu. I'm good at that. Give me some liners. No, but we'll see what happens.
Maybe we'll identification.
Yeah, right. Nick, maybe Nick has got some. Well, Nick does. We know Nick has got his own, connections. He's not just he's a legitimate source, not like me, just some guy talking hockey here, who's watching the game on his ESPN Plus account over here. So. But we'll see what happens. We're going to hope that Nico is back in practice. Hope he doesn't have that non-contact jersey on. Well, I mean, Kanji said they said he was going to be back in practice. That was the thing. Is he going to be in the non-contact, or is he going to be, okay, good to go? If he's good to go, we'll see him on Thursday. And if he's in that non-contact, we'll probably see him over the weekend. But I don't think we're going to miss Nico from an extended period of time. It was all about that x-ray. Once that x-ray came back negative, that's when everyone could be like, woo! It's just a nasty bruise, probably swollen as hell. Sam Wu, did you not play defense when you played hockey?
I did.
Did you not block a shot with your skate at any point in your career and sort of maybe kind of injure your ankles or foot at any point?
Oh, when I told you I skated on a broken ankle 20 years ago, it wasn't off of a shot. Actually, it was actually got tangled between an. I want to go back to my Polk High story.
Have you? Yes. Well, have you ever blocked a shot with your ankle or your foot?
Oh yeah, plenty of times.
And did it ever leave you with a nasty, nasty bruise?
No, I'm that tough. No, of course. Of course,
And
there are times where you can't even get it off the boot off of your foot. Like
there you
it
go.
gets swollen right in there.
That's what I was about to get to, is what happened when you took your skate off, and then what happened the next day. Probably couldn't get that skate back on the next day because your foot just like as soon as you took the skate off.
Yeah, you know it's bad when you could feel your pulse on your foot. Your heart beating, and then especially when you're skating out there, it is bad. Yeah, no, I actually did skate on a broken ankle for one shift, barely. And then I realized, because I had never broken a bone in my life at that point.
Notice how Sam was trying to transition back into this glory moment right here. You
see
that?
Yeah.
Well, I actually did do it, though. I might as well finish my story about
But
me.
I will tell you, one time I took a shot so hard to my skate that the blade itself bent, and I couldn't skate because the blade was bent so badly that
I go off for repairs, huh?
Well, luckily I had an extra pair in my bag.
Of
the
course
trainer
you would.
came out. But
of course you would.
But
only Sam Wu would have extra blades in his bag at that point.
No, not blades. Extra skates.
Oh, extra skates?
Yeah. They were my old CCM 652s. If anybody remembers those puppies. Yeah.
Very nice.
Very nice. Yeah, because back in those days, I mean, sometimes when you go to a rink, the line is long to get your skates sharpened, so you always had another pair just in case,
I've started a bad thing over here. Sam was starting to talk about the glory days. Uh-oh.
Do you remember the time?
I can hear the Bruce coming out of the background. No, but my whole point was, it happens, and that's probably exactly what happened to Nico. Is that was a monster shot from Ovechkin. You saw he was just writhing in pain there on the bench. We talked about him still doing the walk-off interview, though, and just kind of getting through that. That's probably what happened. So if he's going to be back in practice tomorrow, we'll see how he goes. That's when we'll know the real deal. X-ray came back negative. As long as there's not one of those hairline fractures. Miss the game, miss 2 games, that's fine. I'll deal with that. He'll be back by the weekend. If he's not back by Thursday, I'll call it. If he's not back by Thursday, he'll be back by Saturday. Thanks, Sweet Aussie, about that, because we didn't need to lose Nico again for an extended period of time. And it sucks that we lost Dougie for a little while. We'll find out more about him as well once the surgery finishes, and then we can see what his timeline is for his recovery.
Yeah.
And also we got to check about, I don't know if there was anything said about possible concussion protocol or anything like that. As we mentioned, the way that puck hit him was basically just taking a boxing roundhouse, right on the chin. Just clocked him. You can see his head move. And, in that situation, you have to think about concussions too. So we'll get more information tomorrow. I'm sure Sam Wu is going to have a Wu report for everybody out there. And like we said, State of the Fan address. Noon Eastern for the Wu report. And then State of the Fan is, what time is State of the Fan? That's at 8 o'clock, right?
8:30 p.m.
8:30.
Do you know how we came out with 8:30 p.m.?
How's that?
At 8 o'clock, we're usually half an hour late. So we figure make it 8:30.
Yeah. Behind the scenes. Now everybody knows. I can see that little, now you know thing going, doo-doo. Well, everybody, so we didn't get to ring the Hell's Bells, but we still had a good game tonight. Actually, anyone on YouTube, anyone on Twitter, anyone else out there?
Oh, I got a lot of comments. I'd like to read a couple off. DGW732 on the YouTube Live. Amen, Sam Wu. Agree they 100% need to find a starter. I'm fine if Fitz overpays a bit if they find someone decent, since options seem limited. Yeah, I mean,
okay.
Yeah, you know what? I'd be cool with it.
Okay.
You don't trade the core, but if you've got assets, but I would refrain from trading draft picks, though. Because
they do have assets
right now.
We got a lot of assets.
Yeah.
Anybody else?
Let's see. Little Fireboy, he wants us to talk a little bit more about Ryan Graves.
Oh, Ryan Graves? Well, it's no surprise that we won 3 games as soon as him and Nico came back, and the defense has been playing even that much better since he came back. Even tonight, he was making moves left and right. Him and Siegenthaler, we've mentioned it plenty of times, the leaps and bounds that Siegenthaler has taken, but Ryan Graves has come in and he has played just as we were hoping he was going to play. Like we were talking about all offseason long, the stability that he was going to bring to the penalty kill, blocking shots, getting in the lanes, just being a big body back there. I think last game, Tom Wilson threw a big check at him, but he threw a big check at Ryan Graves, and Ryan was just like, he got right back up. It's like, no big deal to him because he's a big boy. He's going to be able to handle that smart under pressure. Like we said, it's no joke. It's no surprise that when he was out, we lost 500, or however many in a row when he wasn't when he wasn't playing, him and Nico. He's just solid. He's what we have been missing back there for a while on defense. A solid, young, big body who is a stay-at-home defenseman, but still has the ability, when needed to push the offensive buttons. He doesn't do it very often, but when he has to, he will get into that position. Ryan Graves, I think, rather bash your face in and block shots. That's what Ryan Graves like to do. And if you got a defenseman that likes to bash face and block shots, that's a good guy to have on your team.
Hey, I just want to read out on Twitter, Sam Kassan. I like him. He's one of my favorite Devils reporters employed by the team, Sam Kassan, because of the same name. Blackwood said in the press conference, "You have to have confidence in yourself. I believe in myself. I believe in what I can do. A couple goals don't define who I am and what I do. I haven't been able to get the results I want. I just have to keep writing it out, doing the right things, and it'll come out." Now, Coach Nazardine, filling it in for Lindy Ruff.
We forgot to mention that. I apologize. Ruff's still in the COVID protocol. Go ahead.
Yeah. We were 6-7 minutes away from at least a point, at least getting a point, and it came down to a mistake. I'm sure Blackwood would like to have 1 or 2 back, but the game was 3-3. It ended up with the mistake we've talked about all game, protecting our net front. It ended up costing us. So good. They are recognizing the problem. They're not pointing fingers. They will have to clean this up because the BJs, the Columbus Blue Jackets, are in the midst of getting in their way of getting that last playoff spot. So what I say is, okay, I'm not nervous.
I'm talking about playoffs?
Well, I'm just using it as a reference. Because now the Devils are 5 points out of a playoff spot. But back to 5 points. But you know what?
Hey, listen, this is where we wanted the team to be. This is where we thought we would be, kind of like in there battling for that a couple of those bottom seats. That's where we wanted. If we get there by the end of the season, we stay there.
Yeah.
You smell what the Devils are cooking?
Scotty, I can't believe it. Just the second, since the last Devils After Dark, a lot of people commenting on the Facebook Live, YouTube Live, even
about wrestling.
And I
see Steve and Matt talking about wrestling. AEW all the way.
I'm talking even Twitter as well. People are tweeting at us, and I think it's a good thing. I mean, it's like, hey, we got the whole Devils community here. We got, we're talking puck, talking Devils hockey. Glad to hear that Nico's going to be okay. The guy's
give
been through a
lot.
lot.
Us your feedback. That's what we want here. We want to make a community. We want to have a lot of fun. We want to create big social events that we can do at the arena, at good old Taj Lounge 973, where Sam Woo's going to be on Thursday. Correct, Sam Woo? Are you going to be there?
No. we're doing the safe route with all of our.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
we're okay. But we do have some stuff that we're working on, so we'll be able to also be
but don't give
at
it away,
Taj
Scotty.
Lounge.
Don't give it away.
But
don't give it away.
I'm not giving it away. I'm not giving it away. We'll be able to be there, but not really be there. You know, we're getting a nice hookup. And you still have a nice hookup though, because those bucket of beers at Taj Lounge still stay in the nice same discounted price over there. So go ahead and say hi to Jesse and everyone else if you stop by Taj Lounge 973 before any Devils home game.
Yep. Exactly.
I think we're about time to wrap it up over here, Samu. And yeah, thank you to everyone out there, YouTube Live, Twitter Live, Facebook Live, for all your comments. This is the place to get your voice heard about the New Jersey Hockey Devils, the team that we all love and that we all follow. Right, Samu?
Yeah. Yep. And just remember, folks,
that didn't sound. You couldn't be a little bit more convincing there, Samu, on that one. Just
well, Scotty, you know that I'm always multitasking on this wonderful programming.
Oh,
be patient. Be patient. Dougie will be back. We got him some straws. He's gonna be back.
We got him some straws.
Just jokes. We wish him well.
Hey, broken jaw, you're gonna need one. Straws are hot commodity. So you're gonna need one for that one. So yeah, let's just hope Dougie doesn't have those headaches for a while, which we know are that are accustomed, usually coming with that broken jaw, and like to see him back sooner than later. Probably had that face shield on. As soon as those headaches go away, I think he'll be back in the lineup. And you'll just see him playing out there with one of those face shields.
I think the Devils need to start supplying the players with the full cage at this point. You can't afford any more going down.
Yeah. No more pucks to the face. 2 more tonight. Mercer and Janssen. Jeez.
It's just endless.
No more pucks to the face.
It's endless.
No more pucks to the face.
Yeah.
Well, Sam,
want to thank all those participating today on our podcast. Want to thank you, Scotty, for making it out as per usual. Next game, go to Taj Lounge 973. If you're going to the game, you'll see the setup. That's all I'm going to say. You'll see a setup. And Vinny Parisi and I will do Game Day Live. And Scotty and I will do Devils After Dark to recap the game that was after the BJs and Devils play. Also, tomorrow, Woo Report as per usual time, noon Eastern. And State of the Fan Address with Nick Villano and I, pucksandpitchforks.com. Oh, go to pucksandpitchforks.com. I've been on a roll writing for that website. I've got a few articles out there talking about Nico Hischier, Captain Clutch, talking about Tom Fitzgerald, leadership being the Devils' greatest asset right now during this time, and the
Captain
New Year's
Clutch.
resolutions. Captain
like
Clutch. Yes, Captain Clutch.
He's a shogun named Marcus. I'm just now I can do all Clutch song references for Nico Hischier. I love it. He's gonna be our shogun named Marcus. Our shogun named Nico.
Hey, where's the beef?
Somebody asked me where's the beef. Craig Best.
All right, Sam.
All right.
Let's wrap it up.
All right.
Time to head to the locker room.
This is Devils After Dark. Till next time, let's go Devils.